Yes. Hello, welcome back. This is the music judge and jury, aka Queen Millennial. And we're going to talk about exactly what the title says on this video, which is why gatekeepers were so important to the music industry. Okay? So, before we get there, of course, as always, a word. Listen, I know that everything is crookedly tied to our jobs, right? Our sense of security, keeping a roof over our head, clothes on our back, our kids' back, right? How we operate, going out to teach yourself to something special. Everything relies crookedly on whether you're bringing in income from that job or two, right? But here's the thing that I want to stress to you, especially as you get older, right? Is that you should not be tolerating a very toxic workplace that has you on edge every day. You know what I'm saying? Because yes, you need the money. Yes, you got a family to possibly provide for, but you're not going to last a long time in these positions if your mental health is slipping down, where you have nothing to really give the toxic employer anyway, and you're snapping out your family and you're not talking and excuse me, you're crying in the shower every morning or every night because here you are trapped on these slave plantations for which you have no other solutions, because you know darn well that you're not going to be a boss. You're not going to be a business owner. So then what else is there? You got to figure out a place that you can really tolerate. You got to go out there and figure it out. That's easier said than done. I'm just getting over a virus, please forgive me. That's easier said than done, especially when you have a family. So it's hard to move like somebody without kids or they don't have a significant other in the house. They're single dads and moms, and they have to make choices for their kids too. So it gets tricky. But at the end of the day, you got to fight for your mental health at the end, because you're going to be good for nobody, including yourself, if that mental health is not at least up to par, right? You can't give your kids your best. You can't give the job the best. They're trying to squeeze you out here. Don't let them do it. Don't let them do it. You deserve better mental health, and everybody around you that needs you deserves that as well, okay? So with that being said, let's get back into what we're talking about. Although this is that girl or is not that girl, I am Worklina. This is the show where we talk about popular music and popular artists and even independent recording artists and really music industries related stuff and topics and conversations of today, tomorrow, or yesterday and beyond. So today's focus is why the gatekeepers were so important in the music industry in the form that they were in at the time. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and buckle up. Go ahead and sit on the couch. I don't know. Go ahead and sit on the whatever. Grab a drink, a snack, maybe some Alizé Chardonnay. I don't know, the Budweiser, the Modelo honey. I don't know. Get comfortable, because this is It's That Girl or It's Not That Girl. Here we go.
It's a trap. One life, they wanna be around, no matter how you are getting down. There's really nothing that you can do. Push past all the doubts and believe in you. Push past all the doubts and believe in you. Cause when it's all over, said and done, there's only one, yeah, there's only one. Take it by the horns and be on the run. Take it by the horns and be on the run. Even when you get down, yes, they wanna be around and they wanna see you frown. One life, they wanna be
Girl or It's Not That Girl. Now, I'm Peyton 3.0, the artist, the musician, the entertainer, not the content creator, not the YouTuber, and not the influencer. Now, as I say in all my videos, those are great platforms and tools to build that brand, that business, that name, that reputation up, but most importantly, the community. And hopefully you will join this community today by hitting that like button. Share with other people that you know that like artist commentary, reactions, reviews, okay? Everything music artistry. And of course, to become truly a part of this community, well, you should be commenting, right? You gotta subscribe, and of course, notification bell to be notified when new videos are always coming out, okay? And at the current time of this recording, I'm pretty darn consistent, okay? This channel has a lot of work to do. This channel has a lot of more in the trenches work to do, okay? As you can see. Anyway, but I was built for this I was built for this, okay? I was built for that. I wasn't really built for instant gratification. I was built for the long game. And me and YouTube, we see eye to eye. So anyway, let's just go ahead and get right on into it. Okay, so why were gatekeepers at the time of what gatekeepers were known to be, defined as, and were known for? Why were they so necessary to the prime and success of the music industry as a whole, as opposed to what you have going on today? Okay, well, let's be honest. As I said before in my previous videos, that when it comes to the music industry, it has never, ever, ever, ever been about actual music. Okay, it's never really been about actual artistry. It's always been about what can sell, how much money can it bring in, the numbers for not the general public, like somehow strangely it is today, but to the music execs and people who work behind the scenes that you never really truly saw unless they did an interview on the camera for an artist to promote. Because the artist stay promoted and stay in front of your faces and your ears. Give me a moment. I feel like it's coming back. I feel like it's coming back. Okay, anyway. Okay. So the music industry never cared about the artistic vision of an artist, didn't care what was best for the artist. And the only reason to even sign artists was, can we make you into a product that can be sold, right? They see this, and this, and that working. So, whilst we take a chance on you, what can we make you? What do we see for you? It's not the kind of music you want to make. It's about what we can do to mold you into something that we know can bring in numbers, right? And so the gatekeepers, even though they didn't really care about music as far as like deeply and passionately like the artists they hired, right? They did care at one time about giving you, the audience, a great quality artist, a great quality product, okay? Because that's how artists were seen, and that's what they actually were, right? They were assets that some became liabilities because they weren't bringing in no money. They couldn't sell no more records, but they were products and assets, or potential assets that had the power to bring in lots of money for their families and all the other families behind the scenes, right? Whether the artist actually made money in the end or not, that wasn't their concern. Their concern was that this is the fish, this is the bait. Okay, we're gonna throw the fish out there in the bait, and we won't see if we can pull this fish back out the water with lots of money attached to it. Okay, so there was a time where they actually cared. Excuse me. So there was a time where they actually cared about bringing a quality product, a quality artist with great talent, but that they can make marketable. They can brand and make sellable to the masses for the most part, you know. That's what they used to do. That's what those gatekeepers were truly there for. Now, of course, there were plenty of people with talent, right? But a lot of people, even back then, didn't make it because it was about more than just your talent and your voice. It was about the right look. Did you have the it factor? They were looking for the gatekeepers, which came in plenty of forms. They were looking for this, and that, and this, and you came in with great talent, but you didn't have the kind of package they were looking for. So as talented as you were turned away. To me personally, to a lot of talent, that was one of the major downsides of the gatekeeper, right? But understanding why it was important for on their side for them to deliver this highly produced quality product with talent, right? To back it up. Now, and there were the days way back, you go way back, where the music industry was relatively new and they weren't thinking about all that other stuff, right? But it changed. But the point is, the link between that is that they were looking for actual talent to be in the equation, right? So with that being said, most of the time you were getting quality product, right? You were getting quality artists, right? Most of the time. But as things went on, and then you get into the social media era, well, it's not that the gatekeeper went away. It's just that it had to evolve. It evolved to something else. It changed the way that you knew that it looked. You know what I'm saying? It changed the way that you knew how I used to operate. Because people on the internet falsely saying, mainly the YouTubers, that, oh, you know what, today there's no more gatekeepers. Artists that put the music out there and do their thing, get an audience. It's just that easy, right? I'm afraid that's false information, because that is not the way that it works. Okay? That is not the way that it works. Many artists are continuing to put the music out there on these social media sites, and it's just going into the void with barely any to nobody ever hearing how great the music might be. Okay? So with that being said, and there's plenty of artists also spending all this money, but they're not really getting a great ROI in return either. You know, so they're wasting all this money, and it just feels like they're spinning their wheels, right? Trust me, been there, done that. But with that being said, is that there are the gatekeepers that are in cahoots with other industries that make it the way it is. So it's not really any easier, particularly today, where social media is, to get discovered at this point than it was to do it before there was social media, right? Because of how controlled and curated social media is now, that it's in its later stages. Okay? And so, especially with these older platforms too. Now, with that being said, even artists are trying to, this whole TikTok thing is basically dead. It's because, like I said, it's no longer in its infancy stage. Okay, it's past that stage and has moved into what I like to call the Mark Zuckerberg effect. Okay, the Mark Zuckerberg effect is where it's in the place of saying, okay, I, as a social media company, no longer need you anymore to make my platform hot. And come on, everybody's already over here, and we already got everybody's mind, right? We already got everybody's mind. So I want to take the audacity, because I'm a freaking, what's the word I'm looking for them? I'm a freaking psychopath, and I'm gonna let you spin your wheels trying to get noticed on these platforms like that. I'm gonna let you spin the wheel, put these algorithms here and make you feel me crazier, okay? So that you know who's in control. It ain't you, it's us. We have no interest in making you successful. We have no interest in making your business work. Not really. Unless you're gonna pay us the coins at this point, and even that's not gonna be a guarantee. So what now? What now? Many artists end up throwing at the towel, because again, the gatekeepers have just changed faces, and many of these music companies are in cahoots with social media, allegedly. And the gatekeepers are still there, but this time the gatekeepers are not delivering quality product like that. You know, you're getting a handful of quality product now, you know, but most of the product See, the gatekeepers back then actually cared about bringing a quality product, aka talent, to the table. But these days, they don't care. There's like all these artists on the internet. They're not even investing money into them like that. They want you to have a following, something jumping off, blah blah blah. Excuse me. You know. Ooh. Excuse me. They have something going already before they invest into you and come knocking on your door. Okay, and so they're not finding quality people because where people are getting fooled to them saying there's no gatekeeper. No. All right, hopefully I'm back, and this demon in here can stop interrupting me. Anyway, like I was saying, it was the fact that people were posting their less than mediocre music online, okay, and people who weren't even at the age of 20 or 21, okay, were finding this music, this less than good, less than okay music, more like on a scale of 1 to 10. These are like 1s and 2s or 3s and 4s, you know, on the scale. We're getting all this clout and whatever, and artists that would have never taken off back then, you know, were starting to take off in masses. Okay, they were starting to take off, right? And so at first, social media was unhinged in the first place because this is something new. They didn't have a handle on it yet, you know, Mark Zuckerberg and the rest. But now they're at a different place. And the gatekeepers are back in full effect, right? And so a lot more mediocrity is allowed to pass the gate because they're only going to be focused on what currently the young public, or you know, the mainstream is mainly paying attention to. So for those of you who are like really brilliant, you got something to say, you're getting passed over by this alleged algorithm for somebody who doesn't even have half your talent, you know, being pushed through this algorithm, and they got their 15 minutes of fame. The only thing that the gatekeepers of the business right now are concerned about is no longer the product, no longer the quality of the product, with the exception of a few people they know is going to be around or has a possibility to have a long-lasting career that can make them money for years. They have now mainly prioritized, okay? They have now mainly prioritized taking as many mediocre artists as possible with some clout, laughing in their faces. We want to promise you this and that. Sign the contract. And they do, because they're young and dumb with milk under their tongue, who should never been in this game in the first place, let's be honest. And they use them up. 15 minutes of fame. They get the money they can from them. They throw them out the door. Okay, another one. Okay, he's done. We milked him for all we can milk him or her for. They're done. Next. A fresh meat. Next. Fresh meat. Okay, used up. Next. That's what's going on right now with the gatekeepers, okay? As I said before, what did I say before, folks? What did I say before? That the music industry has never really truly been about artistry and talent. No, it's really been about the money. It was another hustle, okay? But because they want to bring some amazing to the people that they would spend their money on, that's what they cared about. Until social media revealed something to them that they didn't think that was possible. That people are throwing their money and giving attention to people that don't even have half the talent of some of the greats. And they're just like, y'all buying this? That's spending money and tickets on this? Well, all right. Well, I guess we can stop trying so hard to find great talented people, you know, with messages and whatever, and amazing people, because we can just focus on these mediocre people that people already buy into and spend them to come over to our record company, okay, and use them up until they can't be used no more, okay? And that's what it's turned into. So the gatekeepers of yesteryear, before social media, were very important because they kept the quality of mediocre and great like greatness with artistry. They kept those levels, right? There was obviously a few mediocrity starting to creep in the 2000s or whatever, but they were few far in between. And the gatekeepers kept bringing in the good talent, right? And so now that's not the case. It's flipped. So that's why the gatekeepers of yesteryear were just way better for the industry as a whole. You know, its reputation, its brand as a whole. Unfortunately, right now, the music industry's brand is in the toilet. Let's be honest. Okay? It's in the toilet. And with that being said, those are the main reasons why it was so important to have the gatekeepers that we had before, as opposed to the Desperate Sallies and Desperate Joe gatekeepers that we have today, because they're bringing the quality of the recording industry's name all the way down to the ground and dragged in the mud on the floor. Okay? Yet, that's neither here nor there. Okay? So let me know your thoughts in the comment section, please. I have been Peyton 3.0, the artist, the musician, the entertainer, not the content creator, not the YouTuber, not the influencer. Also known as Worklina, the workhorse, and of course, aka the Audacity Queen, aka the Technology Queen, and aka Queen Millennial. Okay, now if you got your life today, then please, you know what you gotta do. You know what you gotta do. Hit that like button, okay? And share people that you know that like artists, commentary, reaction, reviews, okay? And of course, subscribe, notification bell, and comment to be a part of this community. Yes? Now you've been here for this long. This is a bonus for you then, okay? For my people that come all the time, you know what this is. But for those of you who are new, okay, I'm going to give you the duo today because I usually would sing for you, but honey, This virus, you see I'm choking over here. I got the tissues going. It's not gonna happen. It's all up in here. It's all up in here. But I will rap for you acapella. I will rap for you acapella and then play my song, okay? So here we go. Blood pressure. You worked all day like the messenger. Worked so hard and the bills are high. All you do is call me a freaking try. Punch that clock every freaking day. Still on the money you got to pay. Forget that shit when you need relief. For you got is grief. You're the freaking chief. Some take care of the freaking kids. Much you plate, but you're freaking lit. Stress too much, always in no rush. Shouldn't even rush. If you're feeling flush, what is it that you're gonna do? Gonna have some good relief in you. Time to get out when the music plays every freaking day. All I got to say is jump. And now the song.
It's a trap. One life, they wanna be around. No matter how you are getting down, there's really nothing that you can do. Push past all the doubts and believe in you. Push past all the doubts and believe in you. Cause when it's all over, said and done, there's only one, yeah, there's only one. Take it by the horns and be on the run. Take it by the horns and be on the run. Even when you get down, yes, they wanna be around and they wanna see you frown. One life, they wanna